stillness. When you get still, you'll be amazed what happens when you get still. I walk forward lighter, clearer, and deeply supported. I am never alone. I have my ancestors, angels, and God. It's a threefold cord that's not easily broken. I'm so secure in knowing if I'm walking by myself, I am never alone. Why? Because my ancestors jump out like, yeah, they come out there like that. They coming after you and your ancestors. What your ancestors did, I don't have nothing to do with that. I just know when I free my ancestors, more and more of them get free. And when they get free, I get free. Because they fight battles I don't have to fight. The angels always bring me something amazing that causes my heart to light up. It never fails. Pouring raining, and they still showing up to let me know we love you. I'm aware enough to pause, breathe, and sit still for my next move, or just know that I am loved in every way that love can show itself. Because love has 101 million ways to show itself. Will you say, I receive you love, or will you fight it? People go out of their way to do me good because of the favor of God on my life. Rules, laws, regulations, and any red tape that is removed from me. It is said, we don't usually do this. They just can't help it. I can't either. But if God say, nope, my ancestors say, leave it alone. Or if my intuition say, nah, we good today. I'm putting my hands up and I'm going to leave you alone. I put my hands up, singing my song, a butterfly fly away. Moving my body like, yeah. Moving my hips like, yeah. I put my hands up, playing my song, butterflies fly away. Yeah. There's a party in the USA. Yeah. There's a party in the USA. Come on, Miley. I love that song. I have miracles every day, and uncommon blessings find me without me even searching for them. They just fall upon me because I'm aligned. Once you start getting aligned with what God asked you to do, God be like, here you go, here you go, here you go. I didn't ask for that. I know, but remember when I told you I was going to bless you? Here's something to hold you over till it comes. I don't consent in any energy control. I'm grounded, safe, and fully in control of myself, untouchable, and sovereign in my own self. All cords are removed from me. Cut, cut, snip, snip, burn, burn. And I sever every cord of connection because we ain't connected. Because you lie, I'm Abraham. We going on about our business. I'm worthy of my dreams and everything my heart desires. If it's in my heart, you best believe it's coming to pass. Because as long as I'm rocking with the God, it's coming to pass. I allow clear thinking to find me without fighting for. I'm going to fight with you. I'm going to compete with you. I'm going to be jealous of you. I'm going to be envious of you. Because everything that's mine is tailor-made for me, and it's beautiful. I just need to sit still and allow God to be God. Psalms 46 and 10. Okay. I'm worthy of seeing all my dreams come true while seeing the light in darkness at any moment. If I mess around and see the light that's going on, if I see it from a different perspective, I can change my life in seconds. I saw this somewhere and I said, all things come to me in perfect, mature timing for my highest outcome and for the good of all. Because if I win, you win. And if you win, I win. Because you're going to share your wisdom, I'm going to share my wisdom, and we're going to just share wisdom. Money comes back to me multiplied on every dollar that was spent. Double, triple, quadruple, 100-fold on everything that was spent, that was taken, the stuff I don't even know that was taken. And then the stuff they took from my ancestors that's still out there, it's mine too. Pirates of the Caribbean, what? I'm getting my stuff. I'm willing to open space for the things I truly want by being gentle with myself. I'm intentional with love for myself. Today I've been loving on me. Ooh, y'all don't understand how beautiful and sexy I am. I know it, but that's just for me to know. Okay. I saw this on Google and I said, okay, Google is mine. And then I said, Spirit, if it's in my highest good, I remove all energy that doesn't belong to me from my energy field and I send it back to the rightful owner. Cleanse and purify no matter where we originally met. Universe, world, timeline, dimension, realm, space dust, space dot, space rock, space worm, space snake, whatever. I sever the cord of connection. The lessons have been learned. And I release you to find your own way. I call all my energy fragments back to me now. What? I'm like Magneto. I call all my stuff back. I am free. I am free. I am free. What? I now release all energies, traumas, and patterns that aren't in alignment with my highest good across all timelines, dimensions, and realms. And stuff my ancestors left behind. Let me tell you something. If they left it behind and it's mine, it's mine. I am free, I am free, I am free. Because our ancestors went through some it. Do you hear me? And I'm getting everything they left behind. When you messed around or you reclassified us, I am old. So give it on up, my spiritual way. It is my spiritual stuff. My spiritual abundance, give it back. I sit in peace while I trust the process and I don't rush the process. Can we wait when it gets silent? Because when it gets silent, it be like, woo, let's get deep out here in these streets when it gets silent. I'm doing speaking engagements and podcasts that bring transformation. Signature topic, helping visionaries and dreamers to reconnect, reinvent, go through the rebirth process, and rise with confidence to get them to ground their dreams in the earth, to see it come to pass and out of the spirit and imagination realm. Ephesians 3:21. 3 and 1. God has given us all things in spiritual places, but we get a chance to ground that stuff from all the way from 5 all the way to the 17th dimension into this earth so we can have heaven on earth. I have courses and books that teach individuals how to return to themselves, quiet the noise, and live boldly on their own terms. I'm holding space right now for people who feel like they're repeating cycles and fighting things that you can't see. And if you try to tell people, they look at you like you're crazy. You're not crazy because I fought them face to face. There are things that are going on behind the scenes they can't fully explain. Also, tackling the sacred cows of religion and how we think the same, but the labels keep us controlled and in fear. We're opening every door. Nothing is off limits. We're going to be totally free step by step. Write me in the comments for more information. And look down for the link so you can join me. 226 at 7 p.m. Hi, my name is RenettaCheston, the owner and founder of Life Success Results LLC, Soul Igniter, Trauma Overcomer, Holistic Spiritual Strategist. I work with the whole being from my level of training and education, mind, spirit, soul, and body. A bachelor's and master's in healthcare to understand and comprehend mental and public health. Because you have a public health problem, you have a mental health problem, and vice versa. Massage therapy, getting them knots out the body. Reiki and sound healing, changing the vibration in your aura, getting that negative energy off of you. Holistic practitioner, where we pull out all the impurities from the rooter to the tutor. Human design practitioner, where we go back to the beginning. We find out what your purpose is, and then we come back and look at all that generational back, and we start pulling it out step by step. When I was asked and given the task of having uncomfortable conversations with others, I knew then that my path would be different, and I would probably be walking alone for a minute, and because people will be standoffish until they've done a wee bit of their own work. But I didn't let that stop me. I just started working on me. I ask myself uncomfortable questions every day to get out of old patterns. I do the work every day, and it's not always pretty or easy. There's always a lot of crying. Because that's how you release. Because you're releasing it, and then your inner child is like, thank you. That was holding me down. But I wake up to confront the areas in me in love that need a facelift so I can go forward. What would you do? You're doing all this work on the outside. You're doing surgeries. You're going into the gym. You're doing all this stuff. But are you a cesspool on the inside? When you open your mouth, is it beautiful or is it ugly? What are you afraid of losing? Is it once that you see that colonialism has played everybody? No matter what the color of your skin, colonialism and imperialism has played everyone. Either your ancestor was dealing the blow or your ancestors was receiving it. Either way, we have so much trauma. We have so much pain. Yes, you are not your ancestors. However, every time that you are complicit, you are living the life of your ancestors every day. And it's going to be Groundhog Day for you, for the rest of you and your lineage until you change. You don't play everyone because you don't know. Excuse me. Confirmation word. We won't know what to do if we're not fighting each other, because it's meant to keep us fighting each other. If we ever do what they did in civil rights and work together. If we ever do what they did in Minnesota and ran them up out of there, honey, because see, love will make you work together. How about we find ways to have conversation that cause a pause, to see life differently in all areas of our life. This will cause us to quit blaming someone else for our problems and then start looking at the person in the mirror, see where we might have missed it. Because we're making these decisions, but you're making these decisions based on 1,000 years. 1,000 years of generational trauma. We can only meet people fully where we have met ourselves. Remember that next time you say you want a real relationship. It requires you to take off that mask and not bring your representative. And it's hard. Let me tell you something. To go after 1,000 years of generational trauma, honey, you're going to need somebody at the helm that's already fought it. Because see, unlike the scripture that says this, the enemy says this. The system says this. Paul we know. Jesus we know. RenettaCheston we know. Who are you? I'm not trying to be all of that. I'm just saying they know my name. And when I step into the place, they get nervous. We have many adults who were never taught how to feel safe. So they seek safety and validation on the outside of themselves because of a plethora of challenges that occurred in their childhood processing. So I ask you, what emotion from your childhood pushed you in a corner and made you make a vow? I hate them. I hate them. They did this to me. They abandoned me. They did this. Your parents did the best they could. Most of the time they was children having children and nobody told them how to do it. And they were really the generational pattern breaker, but they didn't know how to. We didn't know how to either, but at least we sat down and started asking questions. Everybody can ask questions, but you know what? I don't follow them because they didn't have the bandwidth. Remember, everybody that was in the baby boomer, look at what they lost. They lost a lot. Every one of their heroes was massacred in front of them. Some of it in live TV. Just look at everybody with this. I'm just saying. So don't blame them. So while you blaming them, look at yourself in the mirror. What you doing? Because it's easy to blame, but are you changing your life or you just blaming somebody else because you don't want to grow up? See the vows that we all made is playing out on the big stage. If you see it over there, there's some of it in here. So while you blaming that, look in here too. While we get to protest and speak our minds, and we helping that little girl or that little boy on the inside here, the one that's in the basement talking about, let me out. I need to tell you something. That's your true shadow, your inner shadow, yeah, because you hid them. You hid them because it wasn't safe. It wasn't safe because you started going into rooms and everybody was playing a role, so you played on your role, so you put a mask on. Take that mask off. I'm being commissioned to aid in the process of sharing how I overcame everything meant to keep me from coming into my true identity. Because see, people that say, I know how to take you through, let me tell you something. Unless somebody has already done their work. Trying to take somebody on a Harriet Tubman trail, and you're not Harriet Tubman, you're going to lose a lot of people. I'm just saying. I had to believe in myself and God. See, God is on the inside of me. But I had to find me before I could find God. What that sound like? Let's talk about it. What that sound like? Because you always, what do you mean you got to find you? Why is that bothering me? Why is that triggering me? Why is that word bothering me so bad? I need to find out that. Because God is right there in my heart. But see, I had so much hate and bitterness and jealousy and envy, all them iniquities, okay, that we were talking about in Isaiah 54 and Isaiah 55 that he took care of. Yeah, but see, I still have the responsibility and the believer's authority to deal with that stuff on my own. Because see, he already took care of it. Now, it's my responsibility to say no more. If I don't say no more, it's running ravage in my genealogy. It's running ravage in my family. And I said no more. Even if they turn their back on me, even if they acting a nut and acting a fool, guess what? It won't happen no more in my family. See, we're taught he's on the outside of us. but God is on the inside waiting to be tagged into the battle. See, 2 Corinthians 10 and Ephesians 6 says the same thing. We're fighting principalities, rulers of the darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. This is what I'm talking about when I say go toward. You dealing with stuff in the spirit realm that's causing people to do what they're doing. You fussing with the people, but they are spirits that are causing the